I thought that was well played game. It was exciting. I want to congratulate Skip and his staff. Their players, they played the last few plays of the game better than we did. I was very proud of our football team. I thought they played hard. Got a little distracted in the first half. Got back on track. It was well fought. A lot of positive things. A lot of few things where we'd maybe like to have a do-over on them, but that's what happens. That's football. Extremely proud of the way they played, though, and how hard they played, and how in the locker room after the game, just the things that were said by some of them, real touching. And they're a good group of young men, and I'm hoping to see them. I'm hoping to see some of them move on and get an opportunity, maybe in the NFL. So anyway, we're obviously disappointed. I felt that at the end it could have went either way in the fourth quarter. It didn't go our way. It was a lot of things to overcome in that fourth quarter. So anyway, go ahead. Questions?
Kate, can you give us an update on Case? Exactly what happened. How's he doing right now?
Yeah, he has a broken fibula. He'll probably have to. Usually what they do with those, I can speak from experience because I've done that myself. His was just the fibula, no dislocation or anything like that, which is a positive. They'll probably, go in and pin it. That's usually what they do. It's the fastest recovery. He'll be walking on it in 3 weeks. That's how fast those things go nowadays. And so we're hoping that we can, he's getting married in a couple of weeks. We're just hoping he can walk down the aisle. So
July 14th.
Yeah. So anyway, he's a warrior, man. A kid. He, could have been a little different at the end there, but it wasn't. But he's a warrior.
Questions in here?
Yeah. Coach, can you speak to the impact that Dexter Williams had on the game for y'all coming in, new signing, just coming in and being a difference maker for
that's when we went after when we went out to look, we decided, hey, we need to get a running back in, with Matt going down. That's what I told our coaches and our personnel director. I said, look, if we can find a difference maker, then we'll bring one in. And I thought he played really well for 1 week of practice, learning the offense, then applying the stuff that he had to learn, speed learn during the week. And I thought he played really well. I would like to seen him a few other weeks, a few more weeks, but maybe next year. Yeah.
Hey, Coach. You've coached in a bunch of different leagues throughout your career. Can you talk about how this run was with the Philadelphia Stars in the USFL?
This level of play in professional football, it really didn't matter which league. There's usually what happens is that it's pretty equal in terms of the talent that everybody has. It's staying healthy. It's being able to teach what your offense, defense, and special team scheme is in a way that they learn it quickly. This run by this group was it's kind of what you expect. Is when you do this for a living, you expect professionals to act professionally, and you expect them to apply the things that you're doing and in the games. And this group did a tremendous job of that. They you know, part of it's believing in what they're doing and then having success and then taking that success and trying to get consistent, you know. And we had a good run. It was a good run. You know, there wasn't one game that we weren't in, you know. And I mean, we had, you know, for the most part, when you lose a game at this level, it's because of what you're doing, and you're making a mistake here or there, and you know, there was a little of that in a few plays tonight. You know, the first time we played Birmingham, you know, we get a punt block, or we try to block a punt in their end zone and get a roughing the punter. Never touched the ball until the last few seconds of the game. It was like 11-minute drive they put together, you know. So it you know, those kind of things, and you know, they overcame that, and that score really wasn't indicative of the game. And you look at all the you know, the teams in this league, and every one of the games could have went either way, and it comes down to a couple plays here or there. You know, we try to teach our guys that you know, you know, one play can be the difference in a game, a season, or a career. You just don't know which play that is. So you work on the consistency and trying to get good, you know, all the time. So.
Any other questions in here? Eric, you got a question for us?
Sure, Coach. Just wanted to know what your conversation was like with Case, and it had to be tough for him not to be in there at the end with the way that he's been playing, not only during that game but during the season.
I couldn't totally.
He just asked about what the conversation was like with Case.
After the injury. Yeah, well,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, he was really disappointed. You know, he would have liked to finish the game. You know, he's one of those guys that you know, it wasn't about him. It was about him being able to help his team, and that was the big concern for him. Was it held him back from being able to perform for his team in their time of need, and that was the biggest thing on his mind. And then, you know, once he realized that, you know, the thing was broken, I'm sure that you know, then it turned to, you know, oh, I'm getting married in 2 weeks, you know, and I understand that too. You know, he wants to be there for his fiance, you know, too.
Are there any questions? Coach?
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, it's great. Thank you, y'all. You know,
Amazing season,
great.
Coach.
Yeah.
Congratulations.